Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. So in today's video I will show you how to install both WordPress and Joomla, but in your live server, so not your personal computer but the hosting provider that you've chosen. So in order to do that, you need to log in to your hosting provider, to your cPanel. So most hosting providers will give you a cPanel interface. So that's what I'm using, that's what I know how to use. So you go to your cPanel, you log in with your credentials, and this is the cPanel interface as you can see here. So you need to search for the file manager. Okay, you can look for it in the popular links, or you can search for it in files. So this is the file manager. Okay, so you click on it, it will open a new tab. And here you have a lot of folders, as you can see. Your folders may be different from mine, that's fine. So you need to look for the public HTML. So the public HTML is the equivalent of the www folder. So when you want to install WordPress, we copied WordPress and pasted in the www folder for our local host, and for a live server it will be, for a live server, it will be the public HTML or public underscore HTML. So double click it. It should be empty for you. And okay, this is not empty for me. There are plenty of folders and files because I've already installed my website, if you remember, on my live server. For you guys, I'm gonna create a subdomain. So my domain name is Desat Sahba, as you can see. So this is my website. Subdomains are extensions or parts of your domain. So if I go to love, which is a subdomain that I created also for WordPress, this is a Joomla website, and when I wanted to create a WordPress website, I've created a subdomain, I called it love, and I installed WordPress on it. So if I click on love, as you can see now, it's desatsahba/love, or you can also type love.desatsahba.com. That's a subdomain. So whatever, I will go to cPanel again, interface, not the file manager but the cPanel, and I will look for subdomains. So you click on subdomains, and I'm gonna create a subdomain. Let's call it Joomla, for example. This is gonna be for Joomla. Let's make it in lowercase. Okay, and the document root will be filled automatically, so I'm gonna change this to, as you can see, it's gonna be the root, and then I want it to be in the public HTML, so it's gonna be public HTML. Let's copy this, paste, make a slash, and public HTML. Then I'm gonna call this folder Joomla. Okay, this is for Joomla, so let's create one for Joomla. It's gonna take some seconds, few seconds. It's successfully created. And add another subdomain. Let's call it WordPress. It's gonna be for WordPress, and the same thing here. I'm gonna change the document root to public HTML/WordPress. Okay, let's create it. Again, it's gonna take some seconds here, few seconds. It's a success. And if I go and reload my public HTML folder, I will have now a Joomla folder. It's an empty folder, and a WordPress folder also. Same thing, it's an empty folder. So in order to install WordPress and Joomla, what I will do is I will upload to this folder So I click here on upload. In your file manager, you find here, you go to the folder where you want to copy your WordPress website, and you click on upload. And I'm gonna go to my WordPress zip file, and I'm gonna drag and drop here, and it will automatically upload it for me. Same thing, I will go to Joomla, and I will upload my Joomla zip here. So I'm gonna click on upload and search for Joomla, and I'm gonna drag and drop here. So I'm gonna pause the video a few moments, give it the time to upload these two files. So now the upload has finished, and as you can see, it's for the Joomla and for the WordPress. If we refresh or reload our file manager here, we will see this Joomla zip. So right click on it and click on extract, extract. Close. And I'm gonna delete this. You can skip the trash. If I reload, we have this administrator, etc. I'm gonna up one level and go to WordPress. Do the same thing. Extract. And delete. Skip the and confirm, reload. And we have WordPress here. So for WordPress, what I will do right now, because I have created a subdomain called WordPress, so I don't want to enter .com/wordpress/WordPress, so I will enter here. So I'm gonna select all the folders, click on the first folder, scroll all the way down, and maintain the shift button on your keyboard and click on the last folder here, or the last file, and make a move. So right click and click move. So I want to to move them from to the folder before, so I'm gonna delete this WordPress and the slash here and click on move files. Now I have this empty folder, and if I go up one level, I have all the WordPress files in here. I'm gonna delete this empty folder here. I no longer need it. And this is it. So if you remember, in order to install WordPress or Joomla, we need to have a database name with a database username and password and a lot of things, if you remember. So we need to create these databases. We used to use localhost/phpMyAdmin to install it, or to create a database inside of our computer with WAMP server. But in a live server, this is going to be slightly different. So we go to our cPanel, and you're gonna search for where is it? For my SQL databases. Okay. So click on my SQL databases. I'm gonna open it in a new tab. I like always to have my cPanel at the first tab here. So whatever I need it, I go and right click and click on new, open a new tab. So here is my SQL databases. I'm gonna create a new database. So here you have the prefix for your database, which is gonna be your username for the cPanel, and then the database will be whatever you want. So I'm gonna call Joomla for a Joomla database and create database. So a database with this name has been created. So I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add a new user or add user to this database. So click on go. Just in my SQL database, scroll down all the way down, search for add user to database. So if you don't have a user, you can create a user here. As you can see, add a new user. This is what you will do. So this is the username for the user, the password, you're gonna give it a password. You confirm the password and you will it will verify the strength of this password. Okay, so once you create the user, you're gonna assign this user to the database that you created. Okay, so let's create a new user. So test again, and password is test 1 2 3. Okay, and it's gonna be a secret. So again, test. Okay, so this is a strong password, and I'm gonna click on create user, go back again, and I'm gonna assign this user to the database Joomla that we've just created. So scroll all the way down and add user to database. So this is the user that we created, test, and I'm gonna assign it to this database Joomla. Okay, click add. So once you click add, you have to manage the user privileges. Okay, so what can this user do to this database? I'm gonna say all the privileges. Okay, just check all the privileges and click on make changes. Again, go back. I'm gonna create a new database for WordPress. This time it's gonna be WordPress in lowercase. I prefer WordPress, and I'm gonna create database. Go back, scroll all the way down, and add user to database. So select the user again. It can be the same user. Okay, and database WordPress, and click on add. Again, you have to manage the privileges, and again check this mark here, this box, all privileges, and make changes. That's it. So now that we created the databases and the users that will handle these databases, we can go to our website. So subdomains are success, MySQL databases are success. So now I'm gonna enter my domain name, which is dz and make slash Joomla. So it's gonna search for a Joomla folder inside my inside my public HTML folder. Okay, so Joomla, and as you can see here, we can install Joomla as the same way as we did in the localhost. So I'm gonna choose English for that. English, United States. Main configuration, so the site name is gonna be test. Description, the email is gonna be test Gmail. You can give it the name whatever you want. I don't know, it's gonna be again test. All I know to do is test, and a password. Next. Then here is gonna be the databases or the database credentials. So the username that you gave to the database is gonna be the username test, the password that we created earlier, and the database name was Joomla. The table prefix, as I said, you can change it. Joomla make it different each time that you install Joomla. The old database process you can back up, you can remove. Okay, next. So you can continue with the same things as in your local host. Okay, so as always delete or remove the installation folder, and you go to the admin here with the credentials. You log in, and I don't like this. This is your Joomla website or Joomla backend inside your live server with your domain name. Okay, so I don't think it's a good idea to install WordPress again. This is gonna be a waste of time, so you can install it by yourself. You click on, you make this at the whatever your host domain name is, and /WordPress, and you go with the installation steps one after one, step by step, and you will install your WordPress files inside of it. So thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next one.